Do the boring stuff. It's going to save your life. And if you don't believe me, there's a lot of research about all the things that we talked about. There's a ton of boring stuff that you do every day that is super, super important. And this is definitely one of them. Okay, welcome to today's Training with Gonzalo episode. I have a set of great things to share. Again, super positive things, just to be clear, okay? We always focus on positive things. We focus on the intersection between self-defense, martial arts, that's number one, human performance, everything that can make you be better, run better, fight better, be a better human, AI, and all the tools that can help you in this tremendous state of change. And business. Okay, business is superb. It allows us to change the world and change the facts that we live upon. And why should you listen to me? Because I've been doing this across the world for many, many years. Okay, I run a successful company in terms of self-defense. I'm the winner of 3 NASA Challenge Awards, so I definitely can help you. So here are things that made me think a lot during this week, and I want to share with you a couple of notes. Okay, a couple of notes on what's been happening and how can you take advantage of so much knowledge that is being shared. Okay, so I think you guys seen UFC 250 in the White House. It's called the White House card, and in there there is Justin Gaethje. I saw Justin Gaethje is a U.S. fighter. He more than upset Ilia Topuria. Ilia Topuria is one of the part of the new generation of fighters. Besides being, I would say, way more fast than most of the strikers that you would know. He's also extremely precise. And he came up with, if you guys seen his guard is like really close in here. But he needs more distance. He needs less distance, okay? It needs to be closer. That's what I mean. He needs to be closer to deliver shots. And Justin Gaethje has long reach. And he had tremendous heart. And he trained a lot. And like you can hear him talk about his durability and about the way that he performed and outperformed Ilia Topuria. Of course, from the self-defense aspect, he did something that is not sanctioned. It was not self-defense. It just happened. You see, when in your jab, the fingers went to the eyes. One of his eyes went. I don't know if it was fingers to the eyes, if it was knuckles to the eyes, but if you can see Justin, if you can see Ilia Topuria's face, man, that his face went berserk. His eyes. When you stop seeing, guys, when you stop seeing things, it's very hard to fight from that area. It's very hard to fight from that segment where you cannot see. I remember different things in my competitive career. When you get punched nose, you can see the nose went, and that thing just stops. You start bleeding from the nose. If anything to the eye will definitely stop you from this. And I competed in point karate. Of course, I competed at the highest level in the national team and did the Europeans and the Worlds. And on that time, contact was a little bit more permitted, but right now it's less. But nevertheless, the moment they remove these sensors over here, the moment they remove your ability to understand what's happening in front of you through the eyes, and they didn't wrestle. And when they wrestled, super important. Imagine this: they removed the hands. They didn't wrestle. The moment they removed the hands, that you can move into wrestling, because, to be fair, you don't need to see the hands unless for self-defense. That's definitely something that you want to think about. That's just tremendous, guys. That's just something that you want to think that if you get touched in the eyes, you need to close the distance and grab and work from there. And that was not the game. That was not the game plan that Ilia Topuria had. Justin Gaethje was definitely prepared, and he was more resilient. He was way more ready, okay? So it was essentially durability prevailing and beating that tremendous talent that is Ilia Topuria. So of course, we cannot not talk about Ciryl Gane and Alex Pereira. It's a match. That's how I see it. I see Ciryl Gane win. I think Alex Pereira is coming back. Obviously, he's one of these persons that loses, improves, until becomes and not only becomes but continues to be a full wrecking force. That's how it works. Is it time for Ciryl Gane to have his own thing? Of course, man. Yeah, it's superb. What a superb athlete, right? You see him move. He's got all the capabilities, all the things that an athlete like him can do. You don't see. It's not one of these heavyweights that is. You can see his physicality, his muscular, he's strong, his movement. You can see his hops. It's tremendous. Okay, so and he can wrestle, punch, grab. Yes, there was the elbow, top down, something that the UFC has to do something about that, or not, or they'll just allow it and people will get hurt. In fact, one of the things that I didn't appreciate was that I thought people were getting hurt a lot, tremendously hurt. I didn't think that the last round should have been, I think, the fight before with Ilia Topuria, you should always preserve the athlete. But you should always preserve the athlete. That's the idea. What I would say is you need to be aware that for self-defense, that will not happen. Okay, for self-defense, it's a different game. There is no referee in there that will help. Someone might be coming there to help, but you don't want to put your life on that chance. Okay, so something really, really to think about. That I want to ensure that you guys are aware. Okay, in those times, people get really hurt, and therefore you come in and say stop it. In the self-defense aspect, that doesn't happen, so we need to keep on training. And then, of course, my Portuguese Manel Kape yesterday on Saturday, he won by TKO, and hopefully he's his straight win. So hopefully he's gonna build this back up. So here's the thought for everyone. I want to ensure that when you build yourself as an athlete, as a person that learns how to defend themselves, the point is that you build across all capabilities: striking, hands, feet, elbows, all the limbs. Okay, elbows included, of course, everything. Striking as an overall thing. Grappling, getting there, grappling, wrestling. Think about this in this domain, like when people's bodies get close. Okay, when you move from here to being grabbed, push and pull, and then ground. Okay, fighting on the ground. What's the discipline that is key in there? BJJ, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Learn that. Okay, or there are other approaches with martial art called Sambo, and I would say Krav Maga. But for Krav Maga, I need to find the right school that integrates all the aspects, and that's what we do. Okay, we integrate all the aspects. I'm also retooling and reshifting my kit to have way better striking base, increase my striking base, increase my wrestling, and increase my BJJ. So I cannot overstate that. I need to keep on. I keep doing rounds of striking, some rounds of grappling. But my BJJ, I'm working on my BJJ. Why? Because self-defense has all of these aspects, but especially for Krav Maga, especially with the mindset of Krav Maga, with the mindset that you want to solve the problem as soon as possible, get out of there, being aware of more than one attacker, being aware that most likely there can be weapons involved. Either this is a knife or a gun. So I think that's super important that you guys focus on that, develop yourselves as an end-to-end athlete, not only as someone that knows this or that, or just focus on, I'm going to do this gun course or this knife defense. So we are definitely focused on making sure this happens. And I put up there another thing. We run our second workshop, women's workshop. Why women's workshop? Because we focus a group of women, a population, and we work to an end-to-end methodology on how to solve problems. And women's problems are different from men's problems. We have our own pages dedicated to the science behind self-defense. So I'll share this with you guys. You should go in here. Put this in the both on Facebook. Is on Facebook and also on Instagram. Go there. We have all the data associated with adult self-defense. Go to the men's program and go to the women's. See that there's different problems. Therefore, but from the methods perspective, we use the same method, but the way that women find solutions is just different from men. So we run our second workshop. Amazing results. Women getting together, finding a plan to the things that most scare them. Again, this country it's not been great in terms of helping women solve this problem of the attacks on women. There's a very bad statistic on that. I bet because I interpret the results that 50% of women are sexually assaulted during their lifetime, and we need to stop that. That's it. Okay. So use the data to solve the biggest problem, one of the biggest problems that can affect you or someone that you know. I think that's so important that you move things ahead. I'll also share with you all the link to join us for a class. Here, I think that's something that is usually useful. Okay, so I wanted to share that with everyone. Our page provides the data that will help you to build your own program, and this works in a constant basis. Okay, we review records every week, review the science behind self-defense every week, and so I wanted to share that. People are putting massive work on this. I want to share also something else. As you guys know, I'm a space geek, a space fanatic, and I want to tell you that the space race now has a scoreboard. And where is the space race going? We are going back to the moon. But guess who's getting ready? I'm going to say in first hand, China. And China Chang'e 7 is at the Wangshan launch site, targeting August 26 to launch. Okay, they want to drill in the permanently shrouded craters at the lunar south pole for water ice. I've made a whole project in water ice and an end-to-end system, so I know exactly what they are going for. And they want to go there before NASA owns Viper. Viper was a rover that NASA did a system, but NASA canceled and it's scrambling to get it back. So the Chinese are getting ready. The Chinese People Republic is getting ready to go there. We need to do something because there's a massive amount of resources out there, and who gets there first will have it. So again, in so many things, it's a battle for resources. We do have money aside. The US has put aside something like $20 billion for a moon base, but in that sense, it's going to move money away from the budget of NASA so that NASA will do less science. Think about that. It's like roughly 50% cut in the NASA budget for science. So something really to think about. So now, if you ask someone from a judge perspective, if the judge exists, who's winning the moon race? Not the press conferences, okay? Because I also believe there is some idea on that. It's you look at the launch manifest that says what's going up and what is taking. China has a probe that is on the pad. Yes, SpaceX flies almost every day, but it's not going to the moon. So we need to have a lot happening. So again, cadence and doing things step by step. Sometimes the boring stuff does work. Last call to you. If you're not doing the boring stuff, if you're not doing the boring training, the boring 3 times a week, find someone that helps. Okay, I'm going to put a big shout out there for the people that are in the F3 Nation. You guys can check them out in here. They will be at your location. F3 is a community of men. F3 Nation is a community of men that do help each other. Okay, and it's mostly for the physical aspect, but it's a network of free peer-led outdoor training. Okay, I was there today in the morning at 5:30 a.m. and just go ahead and give it a try. There's a ton. You can always ask me. I go there to train. Today I was the queue. But the point is, just think about this. It's free, pure led, open to all men. It's led in a rotating fashion between all of us and combination of circle of trust. What you say in there stays in there, and they can help you grow and become and make your life better. What more? I think for today, that's it. Do the boring stuff that's going to save your life. And we put in here also the F3 link so that you guys can measure. And of course, if you decide ever to train Krav Maga and learn how to defend yourself, I'm more than welcome to guys to put these out there, okay, to help out. Krav Maga is a particular discipline that helps you to learn how to defend across all ranges. Hook me in. Tell me what you are looking for. Bring this help to others. And we'll stop in here. There's a full recording of the episode that I would like you guys to check in. I shall see you next week.